Good morning. If we are live, are we live? Hey, how is everybody? So it's very early in the UK, so I'm not going to be speaking too loud. As you can see, the beautiful forest in the background. My camera actually turned up. Bosh, have some of that. So this is the Ozbot camera. So that's where I'm going to be doing the vlogging. If you are interested in the vlog, it will be over on Behind the Life of Tarot. So let's get the chat up, see if anybody's in. Is everybody asleep? I thought I'd come on early because normally you Americans are awake at this point because it's 6 hours behind me. So wait to see if anybody comes in the chat, and then I'll also let you know what's kind of going on and what the plans are. So I'll start actually. So the plans are, I want to go live when I'm doing the weekly readings for everybody, so I can interact. Hey, there you go, Jessica. Does my husband regret marrying me? Does he act that way? Or is he out looking for anything else because of me? Please and thank you. It's Super Chat. As you can see, it does say in the description, ask me anything, Super Chat only. So if you leave a Super Chat and your question and your name and his name, I will gladly answer it. Hey, how you doing, Danielle? So, Danielle, you'll benefit from this because you're in green with a star. That means you're actually on the join button. So now, when I'm doing the weekly readings for tarot cards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live doing them, so I can interact with you guys if you're there. Okay, and then at the end of each reading, you can ask me a question. You get a free question every time I do a reading. So say, because normally I would be doing this on the join button, right? But what I want to do is I want to do it live, so I can actually interact with you guys when I'm doing your weekly readings. And then if you are obviously a member, what you get is a question. So basically for $4 per month, you get all star sign weekly readings, and then you get a chance to ask me a question. Okay. So not everybody is always going to be around or awake when I'm doing the actual star signs. So obviously, you got to try and catch me whenever I go live, but I'll try and do it early morning or sort of like late in the afternoon so you guys are awake. But yeah, it gives you a bit of extra something. Because I know a lot of people out there probably want a question or they can't afford it or anything else like that, blah, blah, blah. So it might also draw in some revenue. Yeah, so this bit is, if you do want a question, you have to leave a super chat, and then I'll do my best in order to help you out. There's not many people about. Are they actually awake? What time is it where you guys are? Is it really early in the morning? So I suppose this would be a good time for me to be able to... oh, there you go. Ah, so I can do more. Good morning. Hey, there's more people here. Awake in North America. Hello. Athene 1111. Shy loves ya. Shy loves ya. Hello. How you doing? Good morning, Jessica. How are you? I always notice that you're here, Jessica. Thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate it. Coming in again. 107 SM Florida. Really? In the morning, in the AM. So it's actually just gone 6 o'clock in the morning here. It's quite early for me, but the new camera arrived, guys. This is the Ozbot camera. I'm going to go over, because I'm actually on YouTube at the moment, but what I want to do is I want to, for you guys that have just joined, if you are on the join button, okay, any join button, it doesn't matter which one, I want to do all of the weekly readings like I normally do, but I want to do them live. So what happens is, at the end of the reading, if you catch me and I'm, say, doing an Aquarius weekly reading and it's live, you get to ask me a question at the end of it and also interact with me when I'm doing the readings. Okay, so you can say things like spot on or blah, 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 or nearly there. Okay, and then you can say, Steve, can you just find out how Dave feels about me or what his intentions are, right? So it gives you a bit more interaction. But that's for the people that are on the join button. Catch you another time, Steve. You're very much. Thank you very much for coming, Daniel. Appreciate it. West Coast Canada, 10 p.m. Really? Okay, so you're a different timing. Ms. Vex Kitten, I'm well, thank you. How are you? You're welcome. I'm not sleeping, so no, I didn't sleep very well. I look like absolute hammered shit. Hanging out with someone like-minded non-sleepers. Yeah, I actually woke up this morning, right, and this is the camera that I've obviously just got to do the vlogging. And then I realised how detailed cameras are now. And they pick out all the imperfections of my baggy eyes and wrinkles that I'm getting. I'm like, oh, fuck, I need a filter on that. Like, it's a really good camera, like, but it's 7K or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it definitely needs a filter. Yeah, so my day is just starting. Okay, so Jessica, you wanted your quick question. You do $2, so it's going to be a quick one. So it's that good, yeah. I mean, let me go back to my actual streaming software. There we are. Because there's a latency when I do the other one. So what you do is you pretty much turn this, right? And then it comes on automatically. And then you can either press that and it turns around and it records me. Okay. And then it will track my face. And then you can either double press a button or press that again. And then it will turn around and it will record something else. So like if you're vlogging, you can kind of walk around like this and it will record everything. So what I'll do is I'll actually record. There you go. Look, so we're actually recording you guys now. Say hello. So you guys are going to be on the vlog if you do want to join it. So we're now we're doing the live readings, and that's you guys. Blam. And then you record. Bosh. Yeah, well, there's actually a bit of a filter on this camera. I'm just more ragged. Like my fucking eyes are all fucking gone black. That's the trouble. Like, you have to fight through that. Like, I've always wanted to do vlogging, but when you do, the camera is always very close. And when it's close, you see every imperfection. And I'm a Pisces, and we do see that. We see the depth of everything. You're like, oh shit, there's a wrinkle. Oh god, fucking the light is kind of making me look bald here. Like, Samantha Rose, hey Steve and everyone, hello. First live stream I caught. Is it? Is this your first one? Welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're all lovely folks in here, apart from the person that said, who was it in the comment? I actually let it go, but it said, the devil's coming for you. Mind you, you're that fat that you probably couldn't run from the devil anyway. I mean, seriously, I mean, that's comedy gold. But like, if you're going to say that to someone in the comment section, I mean, what are we dealing with, 2-year-olds? Really? Some people in the comments, they make me laugh. I let most of them go now. I just put them on there and just think, well, if you want to fight the wrath of my subscribers and someone comes across it, then so be it. So just letting you guys know, if you've just arrived, if you are on the join button, that is $4 a month, right? When I do the weekly readings, like I normally do, okay, I'm going to do them live. So you can interact with me while I'm doing it live. And then at the end of each star sign reading that I do, if you happen to catch me live, you can actually ask a free question. So every time you catch me live doing your star sign, you get to ask me a question, okay? It's just an extra added bonus that I thought I would do, because I actually get a hell of a lot more from doing lives, because I'm actually interacting with you, and it's totally different. Like when you're recording, it's a bit like I'm not actually talking to anyone, but when you do a live, you know that you're actually talking to people. So it actually gives you a little bit more. Jessica, yeah. So what is your question, Jessica? I need names. I can't give yes or no. Everybody everywhere in YouTube land wants a fortune teller. Unfortunately, no tarot card reader, regardless of what they tell you, can give you a complete yes or no. Right? But they shouldn't do, because tarot is suggestive and it is also psychic, which means if you say, is my husband cheating, right? And I do a spread for you, because you think that, you give off that energy. That energy and that thought will come through in my remote viewings and also card readings. It doesn't necessarily mean that's happening. It means that you're thinking that. So I can't say to you, yes, they are, because I would be irresponsible and I would cause you to break up in an argument for something that might not be true. I can guide you and say, well, it is here in the reading, but now that's down to you to be responsible to find out yourself. Okay. Don't never end relationships because a reader is saying there's, because it's psychic, I can pick up your energy, your thoughts. If that comes through as a third party because you're thinking it, doesn't necessarily mean it's real. Right? So just be cautious. I'm not here to break folk up. I am the weirdo master. All right, how you doing? I see your rant this morning on Facebook. Are you all right? Are people slagging you off? Fuck them. Fuck them. Yeah, I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, but I did fall asleep quite early. But yeah, I fucking woke up at 3. So Jessica, yeah, if you do want to leave your question, and the person's name or your husband's name. You did join, Jessica, because you are in green. So I don't know what you guys see, but on my side, your name at Jessica Fair 3289 is in green, and it has a star next to it, blue. The star represents how long you've been a member, and the green says that you are a member. So I'll know that I can give you a question when I'm doing the star sign. Okay? So if you happen to catch me live when I'm doing the star sign, you can ask a free question. Okay? So everybody that is now a member, when I'm doing your weekly readings, you get to ask me a question. I'm trying to do it so only the join button can see. But I don't know if I can. If I can't, the reading will only be up for about 20 minutes while I do it, and then it will go directly straight to the join button people to see it. Because it's not really fair if they're paying and I'm doing a live reading for people to see and then putting it over there. So I'm trying to get it so I can only go live on the join button. I think I can, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. But like I say, you get a free question every time as well. So for $4 a month, you get all your star signs and a free question. But it won't be things like, how is the rest of my year going? You know, you got to be realistic, right? Why have I got this song in my head? It's like I'm in a rush for something. It's like rushing around trying to get. I think a lot of you are going to be late for work this morning. It's like an opera. Is David out being disloyal? Okay, so let's have a look. See what's going on with David. Yeah, I don't mean to like, what's the word? Demean people. I don't mean to like dumb it down and say, obviously you don't know, because you more than likely do. But I just have to make sure that I check that I'm not splitting people up here, right? I am actually a responsible person, whether I act it or not. You just feel something is off. I don't think he is, or it's just I wonder what is going on. Okay, so what's going on with David and Jessica? What's going on with David? So 8 of Cups, well, that is him going out, and that can actually be him being emotionally distant. What is going on with David when it comes to Jessica? Yeah, it's like he's out there earning money, more than likely, for the family. Capricorn, I don't know if any of you have got Cappy in your chart. There's arguments over... Well, Capricorn can represent a karmic ex. So does he have an ex? But generally, not really, no. Like I said, if this is causing arguments, because the devil is like toxicity, but the devil can actually come up as trickery, like the trick of the devil, pulling tricks on you, making you think there is delusional energy, illusion, right? It's not actually real. The devil's not real. It's fictionary, right? So it's like this, like, is it real? Is it not? Are you like, we're in a toxic situation, but at the moment there isn't nothing that's stating a third party. There's arguments because it's becoming toxic, but again, the devil is more of an influenced, not actually real kind of thing, right? So why does David have the 8 of Cups? Yeah, there's a lot of... Five of Pentacles. I'm picking up a lot of struggles about nothing, really. Like distant energy. But it feels like if you have been arguing, it feels like he is distancing himself from the arguments. I don't know about you guys, but I can only really give you advice from a man. When a female starts arguing, I ignore her. And I just walk off. I don't argue. A lot of men can do that. They just think, oh, fuck this, I can't be doing with it. Right? So there's a lot of distant energy here, being distant. Why is the devil here? There's it's kind of giving off this single vibe. Like, the Tower is an avoidant, right? It's not because I have childhood issues. People normally avoid people's aggression and anger and blame or asking. You haven't took the trash out. You haven't washed up. You haven't done this. You don't give me any attention. Where are you going? What are you doing? That's when people start avoiding people because they think, I really can't be doing with this just after I get home from work. Just what's the matter now? Right? But then females are very likely to go, oh, he's an avoidant. I don't know why. Calm your tits. But the Nine of Cups is a emotionally unfulfilled feeling of like, well, this is what I've got, so that's it. Right. Good morning. Thank you. Hi, Steve. Caught you live. Yay. Good morning. So the Tower is also an aggression because I'm just about to flip my Lydia, right? Because your name's Lydia, but I'm just about to flip my lid, right? And have an outburst. But happy house, happy home, happy wife. Keep her happy, shut her up, sort of thing. Five of Swords, don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you, young man. Five of Swords. Oh, my word. Oh. Well, I mean, how bad is your relationship, Matt? Well, how bad is your marriage? He is quiet and withdrawn. Yes, a Capricorn. I mean, he's seeing mind games, manipulation, ghosting, gaslighting, and arguments. I've got to say it as I see it. This is why I say to everybody, man, without knowing yourselves, if you do happen to bring it up and it's not true, you become the gaslighter. Because a gaslighter means, basically, I'm trying to convince you that something is happening that isn't. Right? Whether it is or whether it isn't, I'm questioning you. That's the difficulty part of who's gaslighting who. Are you actually lying and gaslighting me? Or am I actually right? Or am I actually wrong, questioning you and then actually gaslighting you? That's the difficulty part of all of this. Because of the unknown, there's a lot of aggression, a lot of fights, and a lot of avoiding. Not saying anyone's a narcissist here, but what I'm saying is relationships are built from a structure. And I've had so many clients, so many times, they mention things like witchcraft and stuff like that. When I actually have a reading with them, I study people and I study what they tell me and I study what they write in their emails. And after 5 minutes, they slip up and they go, but that's what the reading said. Hold on a minute. So when I questioned you, you said you see it. But now you're saying, but that's what the readings have been saying. That's two different things. This is why I don't get on with tarot card readers. Because of the way, so there's an element of like, okay, is it happening or isn't it happening? I can't question anybody about anything. I have to find out myself. So you have to follow the person or get someone to follow them. Right? Check their phone. Right? Do a bit of detective work. So like I say, I'm not calling you narcissistic, Jessica. Right? But what I'm saying is he's seeing it as he's being gaslit. So what I'm saying is if you have questioned him and he's telling the truth, he's obviously, she's gaslighting me. She's trying to make me feel or convince me that I'm doing something wrong when I'm not. If he is doing it and he's lying to you, then obviously he's gaslighting you. This is why it's important for you to find out. Okay? Because there's nothing here that actually represents a 3. Right? Nothing. There's no other females. There's no kings and queens like 2 females. There's none of that. it's just like, fuck, I'm had enough. Like, really? Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Lax Quinn, 4150. Really appreciate it. Bad communication, yeah. I mean, like, as a tarot card reader, it you you have a responsibility because people are coming to you with trauma or bad relationships or bad advice, and they need guidance. Now, if people are guiding them in the wrong direction and causing harm, it's not really responsible, is it? So there's a certain element that I have to make sure that people are fully aware of what they're doing. Holy shit, $50? You crazy? Thank you so much. Holy shit. Cuckoo765. What shows up in my energy currently in any aspect? Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. That's a lot of money. That'll really help pay for my car. If you want to leave your name, because I am going to need your name, and then I can look up and see what you got coming up. But yeah, my car, as it stands, I phoned up yesterday, and they said, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Abbott, we did a pressure test, and the the engine that Peugeot sent us was faulty. So we've looked at it, and now we've sent off all the details to Peugeot, and they're either going to tell us to fix the brand new engine, or they're going to have to send off for another engine to put it in. So it's going to be another month. So that'll be 6 to 7 months I've been waiting for my car. I am pissed off. Seriously and utterly. Okay, so we're going to get to your... he accused me of cheating countless times. I laugh because it's just ridiculous after many times telling him I would never. Okay, so he's gaslighting you then. Well, basically what you've done is you've created a distrust mirror, and it's turned extremely karmic because he's accused you and gaslit you because you haven't. So he's gaslighting you. And in return, you're more than likely thinking, well, that seems a bit fishy. Why are you questioning me? Are you a narcissist, or the fact that do you have trust issues? Right? So then you're going to think, well, that are you actually doing something then? Because that's like a guilty conscience. So whether you are he's cheating or not, I kind of think that that's it. Because your reading was full of gaslighting and narcissism and mind games. And I hate to say that if your husband has turned into that, I can't see that really lasting forever. Because nobody should stay around and be treated like that. So yeah, what you've done is you've created this. It's like a gaslighting loop. You can't figure out your head from your arsehole. You don't know whether it's you or him, right? You probably have questioned yourself a few times of like, okay, am I in the right here or am I actually in the wrong, right? I did it with my ex. I kept looking up fucking narcissism just to make sure that I wasn't the narc and that I wasn't gaslighting. Right? It's so convincing, you really can end up thinking that, you are the bad one. Right? Too much fucking head fuckery. Just fuck with your head. This is why I always say, as soon as that starts, I'm out. I don't give a fuck if you're a wife, husband or not. As soon as the mind games and the manipulation and the blaming starts, I'm fucking out. One piece of advice you guys want to take: look at jobs and relationships as a gap of time. as soon as you are born, you start dying, right? So you have a timeline. It's an exchange. Money or a job and love is an exchange of time. You need to ask yourself, are you wasting it? Because you have one go here, one go while you're here. You won't know if there's any other goes or what, whether there is reincarnation, whether there is a God or anything. You ain't going to know the truth until you die. So you get one go. You're exchanging time and effort for something. Look at it. Is the time that I've got left from where I am now to when I might pass away, is that worth me exchanging any more of my time wasting it? If your answer is no, leave. Or give yourself a timeline. Okay. That's all right. Don't worry. That's fine, Jessica. No, you're fine. I don't actually have a limit. I just say leave a super chat. It is terribly exhausting, yeah. Right, but start to look at things like that. Look at things as an exchange of your time, right? Because if you only had a week left to live, right, it would be completely different. But because you're like, well, I got years yet. But how does it turn when you're in a relationship that you turn around and you think, holy shit, where have the years gone? Right? It's gone quick. Right? Don't waste your time. Oh, okay, so here we go. Michelle. Michelle, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. Sir George. Right, Sir George. So every question, you have to leave a super chat. Just say it in the description there. It says, ask me anything, super chat only. So Michelle. Yeah, who you were, yeah, because people lose a sense of themselves, right? They're not who they used to be. Society changes us to react. Michelle, what's coming up for Michelle? The Emperor, Michelle? Probably a new person or a child. Someone at a distance. Could be dating online or keeping my options open. Might think about travelling. Could be a parent or parents. Ten of Pentacles, money's good. That might be why you left $50. Thanks. But Six of Pentacles or Ten of Pentacles. So money's fine. Maybe considering travelling or maybe dating someone online. Let's see. Michelle. Three of Cups. Wow. Have you got a love interest, Michelle? Are you kind of seeing anyone or... Shit, I just realised my... Why is this still open? Oh no, I've been recording all that time. Sorry, I just realised that my vlogging camera was recording the Stream Deck, looking at the Stream Deck for the last hour. Wasting my battery and all of my space. Michelle, have you got like a love interest or anything? No. Yes, I agree. That's why I need some help and guidance. I stay so confused and stressed out all the time because I get confused in things now I'm doing. Yeah, sure. I get it. I get it. But to be fair, if you want to stop the confusion, leave. You know, it just takes a decision. You know, call it quits. I don't think you would recover from that. I really don't. I don't think you will recover by that amount of mind games and narcissistic energy. I don't think you will ever really recover from what that is together. I think you would probably be, I love him, yeah. See, it's the general thing that everybody does. I'll give someone a reading and I'll give them their advice, but they'll still stay. I appreciate the time and energy. God bless you. No worries. So again, sorry, Michelle. So you haven't got a love interest. There is kind of like looking or maybe thinking about traveling. This could be going out with friends, but you might meet someone here. Can't tell you a timeline. Let's see, Michelle. Oh, on the search for the truth. So what is creating that then? If you're not got a love interest, you're not obviously in a third party, because there's 3 and 3. Do you want to help me out a little bit, Michelle, so I can make sure your reading is right? Don't you do that on accident quite a bit, Steve? What's that, Weirdo Master? What do I do? I've lost concentration now. I don't know what I was talking about. Was it leave the camera on? Truth about myself. Okay, guys, so we've got a few coming in now, so just keep an eye out on who's asking questions, right? So, Michelle, I'm trying to figure out this reading for you because the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups can be like a metaphysical heartbreak, right? Like lonely energy, sort of 2 of Wands, wandering and thinking, but not really acting. There's a fight for the truth here, like trying to put my point across that I believe this is true. Could be online, argumentative energy. The Emperor for Michelle. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to be channeling deceased loved ones, to be fair. It's early in the morning. What's the Emperor here? The Magician and the 5 of Cups. What is going on, Michelle? It's like I'm trying to have a new beginning and a fresh start, but I feel down, lonely, or someone else does about you. Pretty sure it will come in on the cards. Okay, well, there's a turned down or a rejected energy. There's a grieving energy here as well, over one's father, maybe. Because the Emperor is like a grandfather or a father energy. Page of Pentacles is like the child. Page of Pentacles. There's talking, but there's worrying about the communication. The World. Because of a woman and a child that's ignoring. It's like a lost child. There's talking, communicating, feeling optimistic, moving away from the 5 of Cups. I need to know more about the 6 of Pentacles. That's like a... Trying to figure out my own truth. You've done a reading for me before. Oh, have I? Did we do a live or did I record one for you? That's a counterpart. It's like the King and the Queen are actually talking to one another. But you said you haven't got a love interest. I lost my mum, right? Sorry, I've lost now between... Oh no, it's Kugo, yeah. This is like the loss. I was going to say mother, but the Emperor normally comes up as a grandfather or father. there's talking to, if you are actively looking, you're single, there's a good chance that you can meet this King of Wands. What's the Three of Cups for? Like, if I was doing this as a general reading for someone, I'd say there's a third party. Or there's a, because this is someone offering to go out, or this is like, nah, don't want to, not bothered, just stay away from me. Could be an ex. You want to know what the truth is if it hit you in the eyes? What's the Ace of Swords? Family, commitment, relationship. Five of Swords. Oh, this is why I don't like going off a whim and not having the info, to be fair, because it's messy now. I like why I ask people to leave me guidance of what's going on so I can figure out is because I can follow a storyline then. When there's too many cards and too many people and too many things, it starts to not make sense to me. There's fights all over the place. There's toxicity, but there's also good energy. And it's mixed all over the place. Definitely arguing with a Gemini. But there's talking with the King and the Queen of Wands. Could be an ex. What's the Two of Wands here for? It's just there's blocking, there's fighting, there's aggression, there's arguments, and there's blocking. I don't know who anybody is, because you said that you don't have a love interest, so I can't pinpoint it as a person. Whoever it is that you argue with in your life is definitely present with the arguing. Yeah, I really don't know, to be honest with you, Michelle. Let's see. No, I know you're not trying to be confusing. I'm just saying, like, when there's a certain point when, like, when you're reading, right? When you're reading, you pick up a story, right? When you do a personal one, it's very handy to have the story so you can tell the person the progression of the story and then you can advise them. But when you know nothing, there's possibilities of this being a father, a mother, a brother, a lost relative. I would say that you meet someone here of the king and the queen as a counterpart, but that can also be family members and it can also be a brother or mother. So I can't say you're going to meet someone more than likely, because you wouldn't have probably told me that you was single or with someone or got an ex, so I wouldn't know that, right? So I'm just saying, like, knowing certain amounts of info is handy so you can, like, okay, so that's definitely the question that you asked, and that's there, so that's going to continue to happen, right? Let's see, Michelle. I realise how much I hurt you, Michelle. Please acknowledge me. It's like someone's trying to get you to talk, but it might be the fact that you don't want to. Because somebody keeps arguing. And it's because you don't argue, the person gets wound up because you won't argue. And they don't like being ignored. I know a lot of people like that. Don't like being ignored. Normally people that argue say that. I don't like the fact that you ignore me and you won't argue back. Hope it helped, Michelle, in some way. Readings are normally better, right, when it comes down to a person and you ask questions of like, what are their thoughts, feelings and intentions. So who was next? So we got Jessica, but we had TK Alieni 5137. I don't know whether that was a super chat or an actual question, because you guys can actually leave your question on the super chat. Any chance in any change in homes or relocating? I need names. Jennifer. What's coming up for Jennifer? What's coming up for Jennifer? Yes. This is moving. This is relocate. Well, it's both. This is why I'm saying it won't tell you yes or no. Cards can't, because this has two meanings. This is going to view a job interview or a housing interview, and I'm going to go and have a look around, right? It could also be like college, school, job interview, CV, but it also means your question is, will I any chance in or relocating, right? This is interested in relocating. It's also studying where I might want to go, and it's also a possible offer to come and show me around, right? This guy's showing these people something, right? So we're going to come and have a look. We're going to travel to come and have a look, right? This would be the female that's also showing you around, right? But on the other circumstance, on the other end, it does mean I'm studying where to go. I know it don't help a lot, but that is the truth of tarot card readings. Right. Certain questions just can't really be answered. It can give you a possibility. So what's the Eight of Cups for? Yeah. Yeah, there's a chance of going to look for something. What is the Three of Pentacles? Yeah. Yeah. Because I need to relocate. The Tower is a home. It means where I am, I don't want to be. So I need to start again, rebuild the tower. And then because you've got transport, communication and travelling, you get a new home, Six of Cups. So it does come up in your future, yeah. So that was TK Allen or whatever, and now we've got Jessica. I have a lot of questions really, but I guess I'll just ask, what do I need to know right now? And will I get my children back? Oh God, it's a heavy one, Jessica. Fucking hell. I mean, what's the likelihood? Because that could be what, like a long time? Tara's not going to show you like in a months ahead or years ahead. What's coming up for Jessica? What's coming up for Jessica? Well, you're on the search for a soulmate. This person could either have Pisces or Leo or an Aquarian in their chart. Jessica. Six of Cups, relationship, unless you're already in one. The Wheel of Fortune, possibly karmic energy, because you've got Six of Cups that represents family or an actual relationship. And the Two of Cups can be, I've got a metaphysical connection whilst in one. It's like the twat flame journey, really. Jessica. I mean, there's a possibility for children because kings and queens are people. And you've got two queens and a king. So there may be visiting, going to see. There could be a third party situation here because of the physical, metaphysical, and two females. The king has a female already, which is his counterpart, and then the other female, which is the non-counterpart. So I don't know if you are in some sort of like old ex or current third party situation, Jessica. No timeline, we are that 16 years together. Oh, so you're with someone? All the way from Brooklyn. Wow. Sarah Jean Catalyst, how you doing? Hello. Ocean 77, you're a beautiful, gifted human. Thank you. I need to figure out real quick how to invest in an answer for you. Thanks. So, Jessica, are you actually married and with someone? Or are you dating and stuff? Because it's kind of like you are. Yeah. Esoteric Jesus, howdy. But it's toxic, abusive. Okay. That's why the karmic energy is there. Why is this Two of Cups here? Because the Empress can be a mistress. Right, it's a piece on the side. It's Meg Ryan. It's a 3. Right, so the Empress when I read cards when I was a child, was known as a mistress. Right. Getting attention and marriage and commitment. Two of Cups. Not legally married. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's like common law. But yeah, it's toxic. I mean, you know this. I mean, your question really is about your children, right? Six of Cups. Fucking hell. Oh, my word, man. There's a lot of people here. It's a possibility, Jessica. Because like I said, how old are your kids? Are they like teenagers? Because you've got the King and the Queen of Swords, and then you've got the King and the Queen of Cups and your Queen here. So these are people. You've like literally got all elements under the sun here. Like your mum, his mum, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Like everybody's in-law. So let's have a look at children's names. What are your kids' names? And I'll see what they're going through. You have 6 kids. Holy shit. Well, there's a good possibility there then, yeah. There is a good possibility there. I can't go through all 6 children's like thoughts and feelings and emotions, just like a proper private reading, that one. 13, 12, 10, 3 and 1. So do you mind me asking why they're not actually with you? Is it to do with like the law and stuff like that or whatnot? Kasim 77. Anybody from Britain up in here? Anybody in the UK? Monica. Hi, Steve. You up early today? I am, Monica, yeah. I was up at 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock, sorry. Where are you from, Monica? Are you from England or somewhere else? My old ones. You crack me up. Tip your reader. Meg Ryan. Ooh. Yeah, Meg Ryan, the piece on the side. I like my cream on the side. So do I. Lick it up. I'm in the Netherlands. I need a female. I need a female in my life. I can just never meet one that's like in the UK. Everybody keeps saying come to America, and I would like it, but I'm getting old now. To be fair, Netherlands is somewhere I would actually like to go because it's not that far. It's only across the water. It's Netherlands is Amsterdam, right? That is Netherlands, isn't it? Close. Almost 2 years, and they refused to give me my children back. It's been a fight. Oh, okay. It does feel like it's going to be a right struggle. I've had a lot of clients over the years that have had their children taken from them from alcohol and whatnot. And the courts are proper sticklers. Why? It's not necessarily because, this is my take on it, it's not necessarily because you was a drinker. It's because children, they get settled down where they are. And once there's a decision made in the past that the children should live with or go to Z place, it's not great after so many years to pull them away from that and put them into another environment, right? So, because in Vedic, I have a Libra rising or Ketu, so I'm very diplomatic and I see things both ways. When you look at a court's perspective, if the kids have been so and so on and so forth, and their life is carrying on and they're at school, they've got everything going for them and their life is as it is. As a mum, you're obviously going to want them back and you're going to be fighting until the ends of the earth. But realistically, when the courts look at it, they think, we ain't going to pull these kids from what they know because they've got a life sorted. They're situated where they are. So to get them pulled out of that scenario to go back into a scenario that could be known as unsafe in the court's eyes, you'll have a hell of a time trying to do it. Yeah. You used to live near Manchester, really? Yeah, I'm considering going up to Manny soon. I get a few people that are in America. What made you move to America then? Are you in America? What made you consider moving to America? Was it easy? Did you meet someone and go, or what? Best interest of children depends on how close you live to your ex. Yeah, it's corrupt in Oklahoma. I mean, I don't know about it because I don't have kids, so I can't exactly really advise you on it. But I know that you're obviously going to fight to the ends of the earth. But logically, you would think if courts are involved or social services, what we call it, they're going to think obviously more about the children than the parents. So they're more than likely going to think, how settled down are they and how safe are they where they are already? Yeah, there's a lot going on with the war now, right? Because of this bloody war, our prices of petrol or diesel have gone up immensely. It went up by 12 pence the other day. 12 pence. That's like what? 25 cents? Alexa, how much is it won't I don't know why that isn't connected in. Let me give you a bit of statistics. How much is a litre of diesel in the UK today? Good old chat GPT, I love it. I use it for everything. What does gas cost? Yeah, so we don't call it gas, we call it diesel or petrol. I think you guys have got diesel, right? As of today, average price of diesel in the UK is roughly about £1.89 to £1.91 per litre. So average that at about nearly £2. That would be $2.50 or $2.80 per litre. What's it like where you are? You have diesel, yeah. Thanks, Chasm77. Firing Trump. You made me, Alexa, start yelling. There's my sleep apnea alarm. Chasm, are you the guy where your sister came on alive and got her tits out? That actually made me laugh. So, unleaded gasoline is $4. Wow, really? What, a litre? So that's like $2, £2. It's roughly the same. It was, yeah. Actually made me laugh, but in the middle I was like, she actually got a fucking nice rack. She's single. Yeah, it did make me laugh actually. That's what we were doing in Britain, pretty much. So I just paid £4.29 a gallon. Oh, I don't know the difference between gallons and litre. Let me see. How much is a gallon of diesel in the UK today? I didn't concentrate at school, so I don't know this. Diesel is roughly £1.91 per litre. So per gallon is £8.69 per gallon. Fucking hell. So that is, say, £9. That's like $11 or $12 a gallon. So it's about $12 a gallon in the UK. I am a dirty dog, yeah. Well, I'm a single fucking horny guy. Yeah, I don't hide it. It is what it is. She's all yours, yeah. Send her over. Yeah, boxed, as long as she's together. So, really? Yeah, who don't like a good old set of boobs? I love boobs. I don't know why people are so squeamish when it comes to body parts, because everybody has them, and everybody like unless you're like God fearing and you're like, oh my God, oh, I can't think unnatural thoughts. It's come on. Um, but yeah, I don't give a fuck, mate. I'm like, if I weren't single, then fine. But you're right, my boyfriend was gay. Yeah. So was that expensive? Um, what did I say? So it's about £9 a gallon, and pounds for £9 is probably $11. I would say roughly. So it's $11 per gallon. So did we conclude that fuel in the UK is double the rate of that in the US? Probably. So yeah, whatever yours is a gallon, it's about $11 a gallon if you was to put it that way. Yeah, I love boobs. If you want to send them over, I don't mind. Yeah, Steve, have a look at that. Yeah. So tobacco. This is 50 grams of tobacco, right? Not this one because this is bootleg. I don't actually pay this. But if you go to the shop, this is £45 for 50 grams, which is probably about $60. $60 for 50 grams of tobacco. Have that one. So $7 more in the UK. Yeah, $7 more. Yeah, and it's going up. It's going up. And I'll tell you what really annoys me. The one thing that Trump did, I did take note of, is the fact that we have the North Sea and we have one of the best enriched oil that we could dig, but we don't. We're like, oh no, we don't. But we have the North Sea that's never been tampered with and has so much oil. Britain would be out of poverty straight away. We would be back to normal. Great Britain, right? The founder of countries, right? Great Britain. We would be back to normal. But they're stupid. We decide to buy wind farms off fucking China that don't even use them themselves. We spend billions when we could dig oil, and there's loads of it. It's just stupid. But to be fair, I kind of think that is a little bit to do with what's going on with this war, because he put blockades up, right, to say that you're not going to be able to ship out any oil, and then China's going to panic. And Trump, for a while, if you do watch him, he has been going on about the UK quite a lot on our dickhead of a prime minister, Starmer. But he's been going on about like oil and how much of it there is there. And I think that the tactic is to force our hand to start digging oil. That also behind the scenes is part of what's going on with Iran and everything else. I think there's something there, but who knows? So $12 for a pack of 24 cigarettes. So I pay £50 for 200. Well, I don't. I actually get them cheaper because the guy I get them from is my best friend. So I get them for £4 a packet, which is $5. $5 for 20 cigarettes. So I normally get a sleeve of 200. So $4 is roughly £4 is roughly $5. But if you go to the shop, it's roughly, I think it's probably £18, which is probably $20. We don't get that news in the US that Trump talks about the UK. Do you not? Yeah, it always comes up on here. Greenland, Venezuela, and Middle East. Yeah, so Trump's mum actually comes from the UK, from Scotland. And Trump goes to Scotland a lot, and he put a lot of your money into Scotland and built a golf course and somewhere that he really likes going. And he goes over to see the king quite a lot, or did, until all the controversy with all this other shit going on. But what happened is that he asked for our help for the landing strip to be able to refuel for the fight that's going on in Iran, right? Stupidly, you don't really fuck with America. So our Prime Minister was like, well, no, not really. He's like, what do you mean, no? You're a part of the United Nations, right? We need your help. Can we borrow a couple of ships and can we land to refuel on the way to Iran? Our Prime Minister said no. And then changed his mind when Trump just did it anyway. So there was this talk over in Britain that we said no and that we weren't going to participate in it, and then changed our mind at the last minute and then looked completely foolish. NATO, yeah. And then he was on about that obviously America has always backed us and kept us safe and everybody else safe because they've always participated with NATO. A lot of your money and a lot of your assets have gone in towards NATO. We actually haven't done fuck all. And our army and our arms we wouldn't be able to start a war, let alone think about one, because we haven't got the money to do it, and we haven't been keeping up with the maintenance of our ships and so on and so forth. So there was a lot of talk about, Britain's not really up to scratch. And there was also a lot of lies as well, like when we fought another war, we wasn't on the front lines, when British people were saying we was on the front lines. We were running across that fucking thing, we were there. But there was this, you didn't participate, you didn't do this, you don't help. Not that we have a choice in anything. It's all, obviously, we just have to sit and watch what they're saying, but that's what they've been arguing about. Good night, Weirdo Master. Immigration, yeah, there's a lot of that. Oh, fuck me. There's a lot of immigration. You never know. Great Britain is an excellent city, ancient city that has seen a lot of change, has survived. Yeah. He's aggressive. He will convince your leaders to drill. Yeah. He makes offers people can't refuse. He does, yeah. Especially when he brought in the what do you call it, tax, trading. Like that affected me. Like when I was sending you guys the tarot card readings, the tarot cards that I was making, I was having to pay a fee for this thing that Trump brought in, the thingy tax or whatever it was. Yeah, it was an extra £20. That's fucking a lot of money. How much is food? Cool. A lot. If you have one bag of shopping, it could cost you £45, which is like $55. This is why it's like, because I've had people like, oh, I'm not paying your $4 to join your join button. I'm like, do you realise, like, after tax, I don't know if you guys realise this, right? American tax, I pay £280, which is like $350 per month, goes directly to America. Every time my AdSense goes from here to my AdSense account, America takes about £250 to £280 of that straight. They just have it. It's theirs. It's like a 35% tax. Then it comes to Britain, and then it goes into my account. At the end of the year, I have to pay an accountant £250 to do a British tax account and also an American tax. So that's £500 just to get a tax, an accountant, before I've even paid any tax. That's £500 straight away. That's $250 per month American. I don't see any more of that. That just goes directly to them. So the £4 that I charge for the join button dwindles down to about £1 at the end of it. No, I'm not done reading. No, sorry. Did you pay? Did anybody else pay? Kind of lost my way now. Oh, sorry, I got someone. So there's a tip there. Even from a large sandbar ghost chip graveyard near Boston, General be great. What's that? So who's paid? Who else is paid is waiting for a reading? Because I kind of got lost with the questions there. So I am just letting you know, this it's not right now, but when I finish this, I'm going to be doing the weekly readings over on the join button. I'm actually going to be doing them live. So if you catch me live and you are on the join button, you get to ask me a free question every time you're on there. Okay. So, yeah, did anybody pay for a question? I think there was someone. It's actually difficult keeping up with the chat. Sky Key. Are you still there, Sky? What's the deal with my hermit mode? I really know. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Really appreciate it. So what was the question? Need more coffee. Oh, I love coffee. Did you leave a super chat, Lax? Did you leave a super chat for a question, or have I already answered it? I can't remember. It's way up there. I know Skykey left $5, but I need your name. Chasm just left a £2. Thanks. Jessica, we've done Jessica. And then TK Alney, I think I've already done that one. Yeah. Keep it up. Lax Quinn, there you go. So you left a $5, keep it up. So did you actually have a question? Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. What stocks should I invest in at the moment? Oh, I've got no idea, bruv. I don't know. I'm actually transferring a lot of things myself. I didn't realise that all my money is in a very low interest rate bank, and I've been getting 1.5% interest per month, when there's plenty of other banks out there that are paying 4.8. I could have made loads more interest, but I fear transferring money to an account to another one. So I'm kind of having to do some research. But have you guys heard of an app called Plum? You might know. It's a savings ISA account called Plum. Have you heard of it? They have like quite high interest rates for savings. Hello from San Francisco. From San Francisco. So we've got current viewers are 18. So what's this say? Stream current rate. Oh, excuse me. This might work. Excuse me, guys. That's disgusting. Yeah, like tarot can't answer that, unfortunately. And plus, I don't know anything about it. Am I moving to Los Angeles on May the 14th? I don't know. Are you? People ask some very strange questions. Tarot can't answer yes or no. Can't give you a yes or no. You know, people like Tyler's Tarot and stuff. This is why he doesn't do personal readings. Because he got so fed up with people asking him questions that don't make sense that he just is pointless doing it. Right? Everybody wants to know yes or no. Are they or are they not? Will I or will I not? But you can't answer that. It can give you a possibility. The only way tarot really works properly is when you ask questions like, how do they think? How are they feeling? What are their intentions? What's the outcome? They're the only questions that actually can give you a better answer. You can have a generalized spread and see what's coming up, and I can tell you about the arguments that might be happening. But generally, when it comes to like, will I meet someone? All I could do then is do you a whole month spread and see if there was a possibility of a night or a page that comes up. If so, I would say possibility. But again, they could be friends. Pages and nights can be friends. They can be acquaintances. They can be clients. They can be people. Doesn't necessarily going to meet someone. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, yeah. It does say it on the title. Ask me anything, super chat. But I know what it's like. You just click on something, you're like, I'm here, hello. So Laquin, can I have your name, Lax? So I can give you something. Internal project will. It's pale. Will it pale? What's your project? Let me know what your project is. Jesse. Lovely name. What's your project, Jesse? What is your project? If it's lucrative, for instance, right, I've got a fellow Piscean that's one of my friends at the boozer, and he's spiritual, and we sometimes have chats, and he was telling me about this book that he's just wrote, and it sounded very good, very interesting. It was numerology sort of stuff, and he figured out a lot of patterns of behaviour, and he's wrote a book, and I said, bruv, you know, put it on a website and let me know, and I'll promote it, right? Right, so in a second we're going to get on to Jesse. So divine spiritual, right. Do you work for someone or do you work for yourself? If you work for someone, your money's going to stay the same unless you ask for a pay rise or you do more hours. If you work for yourself, you put more hours in, you're more than likely to get more money. It's the way it works. Let's see, Jesse. Coming up for Jesse. So unfulfilled and arguments, Jesse, or competition. Seven of Swords. Do you have anything else also kind of going on with you, Jesse, that I need to be aware of? Jesse. So if you work for yourself, it's like me, I work for myself, right? How am I going to get more money? I've got to do more readings. And I've got to do what I'm promoting now, right? I'm on here telling people, if you join the join button, I'm going to do live weekly readings that only the join button can see. For that, if you catch me live, you can ask me a free question for your $4 a month, right? So how am I thinking business-wise? That's a good deal for $4, right? I'm giving a lot away for $4. But the reason it can be $4 is because I have 50,000 subscribers, right? So do the math. But not everybody joins. There's only probably 200 out of 50,000 that actually join. That's just business sense, right? So you think, okay, if I keep my margins low, I could get more. If I offer more at a low price, I may get more, right? But what it is that you're selling has to be good. Has to be creditable. You have to have good credit. I don't mean like good money balance. I mean your product of whatever it is that you're doing has to be creditable. Make offers. People love free shit. Right? So you have to do a good amount of elements of things that are free to draw in people's interest. Make them intrigued. Put more on the plate. Right? People are greedy. They want more. Right? You got to put it in front of their eyes. So I'm sure, there's the usual den of thieves. Well, the Seven of Swords is also trying to take or get rid of. This is also researching, but it's taking knowledge as well, because the Hermit is research. Virgos are great researchers. They will research. This is taking research. Okay. And it's leading to more conflict. So it's like a stuck energy of not really getting anywhere. Business-wise of things, I can't really see it because this is like needing to do things online. But what you need is Amazon. Because everything that sells these days, needs internet influence, needs to be influenced by the internet. This is the World Wide Web, right? Everything. Like if you come to Britain, most of the shops are closed because they can't keep up with Amazon, how cheap and easy it is to get things. People don't actually go out and get fast food anymore. They just order it online and it gets delivered to their house, right? So when you think also business strategies of like putting it in front of people's eyes, you've got to give them where they don't have to do barely any work, right? So if you have products and things that you want to sell, you need to get it online in front of people's eyes. Okay. Have to promote. Strategies of promotions. Hey, can I ask, can you see through the glass? What glass? Yes, you are wearing underwear, and it is black, lacy underwear. There you go. Intentions of the colleague that stabbed something, said they wouldn't submit to fail, but did it anyway. The sloppy thing, okay, he's gone. Yeah, because the majority of it is AI now. If you are not clued up with AI, I study it every day. And I use ChatGPT to figure out my algorithm for me and what would work. You find that one funny? Are you actually wearing lacy underwear? That would be funny if you were. I've actually done that to Twat Flame that I was connected to at the time. We were sort of like nanu, and it was like, what am I wearing? And I pretty much described literally everything she was wearing and doing. And she dropped the phone. So, Jesse, when it comes to this, it's saying to you that you need to go forth, expand your horizons, look further afield. What do you have of ability of online presence? Because if you don't have any online presence, you're going to find it very difficult to get started, right? You're not, so you're not wearing anything. You guys do realise, right, that 95% of you are females and you come to a male that's single. You're going to get some flirtatious behaviour. Holy shit, and you're extremely good looking as well. What the fuck is going on there? Divine Halo. She has a halo. We really do adore her. She has a halo, and it's so fun. She believes in everything, and she believes in nothing and everything. Are you single? Do you want to date an Englishman? Where do you come from? What's your social security number? It's not really rental. It can be. I mean, it's selling things is difficult. I've been doing this for 12 years and there are channels that are way bigger than mine and I think they're shit. I think they're total shit. But people love to believe in the shit that ain't real. I could spin a yarn to people all day long. And all I would have to do is what a lot of people do. I'm picking up someone that is so psychic they can nearly fly. Your spiritual gifts are so strong. You are one of the most spiritualist people ever known to man. This person is ultra psychic, a medium, and people adore you. They absolutely love you. This person loves you to death. Right. I've seen people do that and they got no cards, and every single reading they're doing is literally playing to the audience. There's no bad in it at all. It's just how great you are. Is that real? Is that true? Because I guarantee you the majority of people that comment say, You're talking to me directly. Yeah, I know. I'm a twin flame, psychic, paranoid, delusional nut. Like, do you know, like it's. I don't know who it was. It's a female. I think she's got long dark hair, and her actual camera is shit. I think she just does it off an old phone. I don't know, but she has like, I don't know. Last time I saw it, I think it was like 45,000 people watched one reading, and they were all just generalized, and they're just like, who am I talking to? This person is so spiritual, and it would just literally just be about like, you have psychic powers that you haven't got even believe that you've tapped into yet, right? And really selling it to people. Well, well, great, but what are you going to do with that? And to me, that's just, I don't want to fucking hear that. It's just, to me, it's just bullshit. It's a shame on the practice. What's that? On the practice? Yeah, I mean, there's practicing certain things, but I believe that there's an element of tricking people, right? And there's an element of the responsibility that you have when you read for people, that you do have to realize that the majority of people that watch really got problems kind of going on, and I never see cards drawn by this person. And tarot cards can't really tell you that when you're drawing cards. You can draw things like Sagittarius. I'm a spiritual person. Right? I have certain gifts, right? But at the end of the day, what are you doing with them? Nothing. What's that? If you can see above your eyes when you close them, ask to see Sybil. Sybil? Yes, dear, coming, dear. Basil? You won't know that because you're not British. So, guys, a little bit of a promotion. We have for you. So I'm going to be doing vlogs, obviously. Okay. But if you guys want to join my private Facebook page, I would really appreciate it, because you can also contact me on Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever it is. You're Scottish. Hold on a minute. Where have you been all my life? You're from Scotland. You're extremely hot and you read tarot cards. Do you want an English guy? Do you want a tarot card reader psychic? Do you want to help me out with my business? Do you want to form up as a partnership? Do you want a boyfriend? But you can contact me there. That is my personal Facebook page. And then also I'm going to be doing vlogs. So I don't know if you know, but it was me and my ex that started it, but that's a long time ago. So that just remained dormant for quite a while. So now I've just bought this, which is an OBS Bot 4 camera, and I'm going to be doing some vlogging again and building up a vlog. Sure, contact me, Divine Halo, on my. Are you on Facebook? Halo. She has a halo, really to adore her. I'll get to know you. See you, Spark Rabbit. Come up here and get a carrot. See you, Jimmy. Thanks. Yeah, we can talk. Do you want to get to know me? There's nothing wrong with getting to know someone, is there? We really do adore. She has a halo. She believes in everything. Oh my word. Do you mind me showing your physical beauty online? Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Speed dating. I was actually thinking of making a because in my town you can't find any females, like, because they're all married, or with someone, or just too young, like 17. Um, but yeah, it's just so I was thinking about making a Facebook page dating in my town. But there's a Facebook app for that, and I've been on it for ages. And you sort of like swipe left, swipe right, and you just don't ever get contacted. No one, it's just absolute shit. um, and I don't believe you can really, when you're like, if you're online, you can see a person's picture, right? But you judge them straight on their photograph, right? You swipe left or swipe right, and you're judging them pretty much on how they look. Chances of you actually looking at one person and going through their whole profile and do they smoke, or what are they into, or do they like dogs? It's very rarely. You're just going to kind of go, damn, yeah, right. But when you have an online presence and you have like videos, people can actually see who you are, right? They know who you are. You have a presence, so they get to know your personality more. They see you. It's more real. So I believe like dating should be more like, put your profile up and speak on camera, say your bit, do your thing, blah blah blah. People get to know what you're actually like, right? But when you're just sort of like dating, you're just looking at photographs. I've literally just done it again. I have stopped the reading for the person and actually just gone on a tangent. So there's the Facebook, and then behind the scenes spiritual vlog is here. So if you guys want to join this, you will see me and my ex though. I actually did a tarot card reading for my twat flame in front of her with her on camera, and you'll see that the thumbnail has the 10 of Cups, Pisces, which is me, and the 9 of Wands, and she had 4 placements of Virgo, and it was like, oh shit, it looks like we're going to have like a really narcissistic argument, and she was. She didn't like it. She didn't like it. What's that? Yeah, I really miss being on TikTok Live. Yeah, you'll have to tell me how to go on TikTok Live because I don't know how to do it. I have got a TikTok account, I just haven't got it going. Yeah, sorry, I fucked up your reading, man. I always do. I got ADHD, Have you, Steve? Yeah. It's promotion. You got to promote yourself. You got to get yourself further out there. You got to have an online presence in order to sell things. Really, it's kind of what it comes down to for your question. Guess I'm a narcissist. What? No, not just because you're Virgo. No, it was my karmic person who I was with. She, it wasn't just her placements. I'm just on about like I was holding up 2 cards. One was 9 and one was a 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups to me is an open water sign, so it means Pisces, because I read in numerology, not cards. 9 is Virgo. Right? So she happened to have 4 placements of Virgo. Her feminine and her masculine were both Virgo. Right? Lovely person, Leo, life path 5. Right? Lovely person, just very argumentative. But it just so happened that it was showing a 9 and a 10. Yes, I mean, you can see it's actually on the vlog somewhere. Please read previous comments. Let's see. Steve is needed help, but I'm broke as fuck. Oh, okay, I do apologise. What's the matter then? History, that's 5. Few posts. Virgo, guess I'm a narcissist. What part am I reading then? Sharon, Godspeed. Diesel in San Francisco, 799. I mean, ask Divine Halo how much fuel is. I think we just went over that a little while ago. Some of you may be behind and not caught up. More previous. Can't find anything. I was distracted by Divine Halo's beauty. Hi Virgo here. Everything you say is usually spot on. I need to know something. My mum is evil, I think. I need to know her next move. So straight away what you said was, my mum is evil, I think. What makes you think she's evil? Because thinking and knowing is two different things. Oh yeah, Emily, sorry, you did as well. £1.57 per litre, yeah. So when I just looked on ChatGPT, it said now Scotland might be a little bit different than down, Midlands really. But £1.89 to £1.90 per litre, and I think it worked out at £9 a gallon. So we worked out that in America it's $7 cheaper. Virgo, some of a Scorpio moon. So let's go over this. Let's figure out your problem then when it comes to like your mum. What makes you think that she's evil? She posted some stuff recently, said something really hurtful to Core Everything. You said 4 videos ago was spot on to my life. Okay, so what I did, I actually took mine off my Facebook. Because... Yeah, see ya. So yeah, things like Facebook and stuff like that is, it's me. I took mine off because there'd be comments on, oh, you're showing everybody you and you're big. People don't want to see you. Oh, really? What's wrong with that? People don't want to see the carpet. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Right? So I took mine off quite a long time ago and I blocked her. So she couldn't find me anywhere. Because my online presence, I don't want them to know. It's my life. Right? Who said everything they see her post? I would take her off altogether. Don't bite. Because it's control. It's like you're obviously going through a controlling situation. Not evil. No one's actually evil unless they're a psychopath and they kill people. But people are just controlling and narcissistic, sure. But I went through the same thing with mine. Does your mum have an inheritance to give you? What, mine, or are we talking about the person? Uses pawns. Sounds like she is trying to defend her position. You are so gifted and damn gifted in the world. I would know how much of a fucking human saint you are. I've been watching you for a few years. My mum doesn't like it when anyone shows me love. My mum was the same, Jess. Exactly the same, right? And we have literally just kind of made up. And do you know how that worked? I dropped my ego and I actually let her in instead of blocking her out. I have 3 placements of Scorpio. I'm a Pisces sun, but I have 3 placements of Scorpio, right? So I don't like personal questions being asked to me. If I don't want to speak, I don't want to, and I won't. But my mum just wanted interaction, and the more she wouldn't get any out of me, and the more I would ignore her, the more she would force herself into my life. The more I backed off, the more she would force. The more I backed off, the more she would force. When I actually stopped backing off and just thought, right, just let her in a little bit, right? Tell her stuff, right? Talk to her. She actually stopped. And she actually just now doesn't really want to know me that much. She just gets on with her own stuff and just goes about her day. But when I was stopping her from everything that was going on in my life and not letting her know everything, she was persistent to keep trying. Now, why? Now, when I say numerology in tarot is extremely important, the most 2 difficult cards are 4 and 5. 4 is Scorpio or Aries, and 5 is Sag, Taurus or Life Path, right? Now, because they're both different, that means force, going to charge in and force you to tell me from a 4. You're private, you don't want to tell me, but I'm going to force you to. Now, my mum happens to be also a Life Path 4, right? So she has a lot of conflicting parts in her chart. She has a Taurus moon at a 5, okay, but she has a Life Path 4, which puts her at Taurus. She's a Leo. My ex was a Leo. They got a temper. They can have a temper. Oh, you're a 7 as well, are you? I'm a 7. My mum is a Gemini sun sign. But yeah, she's got so many conflicting charts. I think her rising is Taurus. So her rising is Taurus and her life path is 4. So your life path is something that you go ahead on. It's a little bit like your rising. So if your rising sign conflicts the opposition of your numerology of life path, you're fucked. Because she has so much 5s and 4s in her own chart, that just competes with my 4s. I have 3 Scorpio and 3 Aries and 3 Gemini. So, you know, it's a combative moment. But yeah, nothing against Leos. You know, I had 7 great years with it. Well, actually, they weren't so great. But yeah, nothing against Leos, but they do have a fucking high temper. They can go inward where they'll be very quiet and very reserved, but you know that they're gonna fucking let go. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I'm a dog in Chinese. Yeah, I'm a dragon. Dragon. Um, I don't know anything about Chinese stuff. Not saying that what I did would work for you, but it did for me. Do you live with your mum? Harry Potter didn't have parents, no, but he had a bloody good old wand on him. And highly narcissistic, 64. Do you actually live with your mum? Because circumstances are different now. Because the way the world is and things are so expensive, I don't know where you come from, but a lot of people kind of ended up residing with their parents because it's a lot cheaper than what a mortgage is now. It's just much easier. But she just has a lot of influence in life. Drug town, she knows everyone on it. Oh, okay. Okay, drugs are involved. Yeah, you can't really guide a person when they're intoxicated because they're not within their right mind. So, what is your mum's name? It's coming up for Jess. Oh, yeah. Well, hello. Anton Ted's Prize 409. Susan. I mean, if you don't live with them, that's so much easier. Just fuck them off. It's so much easier. Block everything. Don't watch social media. Hello from Australia, Kirsty Ann. Susan. What's going on with Susan's energy? Oh shit, she's dynamic. She's tearing shit down. Family, house, home, 4 of Wands. Happy-go-lucky, the Tower. Virgo, yeah. She's having a mental breakdown or having a spiritual breakdown. I mean, the fact is, right, she might not be like that around other people. She just is around you. Now, why is it around you? Because that's your karmic person. Don't forget, when you're on a soulmate or a twin flame journey like myself, right, a lot of your lessons are a lot of the things that you may not actually be looking for, which is your friends, your environment, and your family. They show you a lot about narcissism, control. I've been through it all with friends and family. Been through it, right? So a lot of the things that are karmic in your life are family, right? That's because, one, they're your karmic, and two, your placements are just built around all of your lessons are around your mum, most of them, right? So what it's doing is it's pushing you to be independent, not codependent, right? Because your mum is also giving off an influence of like drugs and stuff. It's a very codependent town, right? It's a very codependent energy. So to become independent from a codependent energy, you obviously have to be independent. So you have to move, right? So if you say, well, that's impossible at the moment. If you'd have come to me years ago, I'd have said start now, which I am doing now, is to start to become independent and move as far away from as you can. Get out. That was your lesson years ago. If where you're staying in your town is evil or very dynamic and very dramatic and it's not nice, you plan as a child to move. You save and work to move. Right? So like I said to everybody, don't look at work as work. Don't look at relationships as work or relationships. Look at them as trading your time for what you're getting. You have a certain amount of time on earth. The moment that you open your eyes, you're starting to die. True fact, right? So you have a certain amount of time to trade for things in life. Majority of us trade a lot of our time for money to get things, right? That we don't necessarily need or want, but we trade it in. We trade our time for work, we trade then for money, and then we trade our money for things. When you are in circumstances like that, you need to start thinking, right, I'm going to start trading my time for money, but the money that I'm going to trade is for my freedom, for myself. Right? You don't, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're trying to figure out why she's doing it. You know why she does it, because you're not compatible. That's why she does it. Her energy and the sign that you're missing is pushing you away. So you need to abide by that and go. Not stay and figure it out. You've already figured it out. She's pushing you out and pushing you away. Spiritually, what she's doing is say, fly, child, and be your own person somewhere far away from me. Right? Because I'm toxic and my life is toxic and it's not a very good town. So I need to trade my time for money and trade my money for freedom. There's your way out. Why do you need family? Why do you need family? If you do, you have fear of abandonment, fear of being on your own. So inadvertently, you've got a lot of work to do because you can't work on abandonment unless you're on your own. You have to physically be on your own to figure out, I'm actually okay. It's the thought of being alone that makes it worse than actually being alone. It's hard to be only me. I have zero family. I don't. I've got a mum, that's it. All my family's dead. My brother died, my dad died, my nan died, my granddad died, everybody related to me has died. I've got no family. The moment my mum goes, that's it. It's just me. Now, fortunately enough, this house is half mine anyway, but then I'll be left a 4-bedroom bungalow to my own device, right? So I'm more blessed than a lot of others, and I'm lucky, right? Because my father left the house. But like I said, you've got certain options in life of what you want to do with it, right? But if you've always been alone, why do you fear being alone when you are alone? You're alone anyway, right? Your mum is not really your mum because she's not getting on with you and all of this is going on. So you're actually alone anyway. Right? So what you got to lose? You're not going to lose anything. You are going to be alone when you move. You're at home and feel alone anyway. So you're actually not trading in moving to be alone because you're alone anyway. So you're actually trading in being alone for freedom. You're just looking at things the wrong way. Oh. People don't seem to realise that when I'm single or when I'm on my own, I'm free. I'm free. I don't have anything that holds me back. I have no strings to hold me down. Right? I'm string free. But people see that as daunting. Oh God, I'm free. What do I do with freedom? Fucking anything you want. Literally anything you want. I mean, your question's kind of dead-ended because at the moment you're in the justification stage. You're trying to justify everything that's happened and everything that is continuing to happen. People that are in that justification stage, everything that constantly happens, they will talk to people and they will say, but my life is so, but I don't want to be alone, but this, but that. Everything after but is bollocks. As soon as you say but, that means bollocks. Right? So you're in the justification stage. You're trying to justify what is happening that you already know has happened. It's happened. Okay. You have to learn to stop justifying it. So we had another question. Someone left a $10 or a £10. Emily. Emily Flatch. You happen to have the same name as my ex. Emily. See Emily play. Ah. Jim Morrison actually wrote a good poem, or a good phrase of a poem. We're searching for death on the end of a candle. We're searching for something that's already found us. Oh, did I? That's all right, Jess. But what you need to do is stop justifying it. You already know the answers. It's just the fact that you're not putting action in towards what you already know. You're just stuck justifying it. You're trying to figure it all out. You're trying to, okay, what am I doing wrong? You're doing nothing wrong. It's just the fact that you're not actually doing anything is what you are doing wrong. You're not acting. You're trying to figure it out. You can't figure out narcissism and gaslighting. You have to leave. You have to start fresh. And unfortunately, if you can't do that, you'll be in the same place in a few years' time. Oh. Emily Flatch, come on down. It's your turn. Why does my family keep lying about where I come from? Oh, fuck knows. Why did I not see that one coming? I wouldn't know where to begin. Why is that relevant? Why is that relevant of needing to know where you're from? Because I can't tell you. I could lie to you and just pick up Devon, heaven, right? But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I hate to be the bearer of sorry, but I can't answer that question, but I can't. I wouldn't care, except that is my 40s and they still are secretive. I mean, have you ever thought about it this way? Because yours isn't card related, it's advice related. Have you ever thought about it this way? What happens if there's a good reason, the reason why they're not actually telling you? There may be a really good reason of what they're trying to protect you from, and they don't want to tell you. Not to be fair, I'd give up. Like, if you're in your 40s and you've tried this long and it's weighing you down, why is it such a big thing? Like, is your life good? Like, is it actually good besides that? Is it like, because it could actually be the fact that, they might not be able to tell you or want to, and there might not actually be anything, you know? I mean, it could be things like adoption, maybe, but I mean, what you can do is you can look for like birth certificates and stuff, but I would say you've probably done that. But I would say the reason why they're not is because there's a good reason for it, right? There's a good reason for the reason why they're not telling you. Because if I was in the circumstance, I probably would do the same thing. If there was such a big secret, like that happened to my mum, right? Back in the day, my mum had a sister. My grandmother gave birth to two girls. But growing up, my mum didn't have a sister because she gave her sister to my great 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 auntie and said that we will never talk about this again, but I want them to remain friends and known as cousins. But I do not want anybody to ever tell them that I had to make a decision because I can't raise two girls. I can only raise one. So she kept my mum, and then my auntie, which is my mum's sister, she gave her to my great auntie, right? My great grandmother, that raised her and kept them together. They played together, they grew up together, and then they moved apart. It wasn't until my nan died that my mum went through all of her stuff and found the letters and all of the evidence that was saying, please do not ever tell Jackie and blah, 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 that they are sisters. And it was a shock. It was a shock. But my grandmother went to her grave and not told the fact that she had a sister. Sometimes people back in the day, they had to do things like that. There were certain things that they had to do, and there was no real big conspiracy there. There was no drugs involved. They were a plain family, went to work, got married, got children, blah, 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 always done the right thing, paid taxes, never any drama, no prison, no nothing. There was nothing to hide. It's just the fact that we just didn't know. Dallas up in the hills. I know, but you see, you might not care, right? But they might. But again, we're still going off, we don't know, because they might not be hiding anything. You can't actually get the truth out of someone if the truth isn't actually there to be said. You can't actually get that out of someone if that didn't happen. Right? What was that? Did someone leave a super chat? Was there another super chat? I think the last one I got was Emily. Emily, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Nick, yeah, what is your question? And name. Nicole, what do you want to know, Nicole? I can't answer the tarot with that. I have the opportunity to get my passport in Europe, and it's an EU passport. Yeah, why not? The tarot doesn't answer yes or no. It's like there's no way of reading that. But yeah, why not? Why would you not? Whereabouts in Europe you go? I mean, are you planning on a trip to Europe, or where are you from? Or... But I can't use the tarot to find that out, unfortunately. Slovakia? Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it's only a passport, right? Like, it's to prioritise right now. It's really about timing and money, but I can swing it if I need to. Yeah, just do it. I bought my passport. I bought a 10-year passport a little while ago, and 2 years have gone by and I haven't even used it yet. I just bought it anyway, just in case I need it. Like, you know, United States, I would have to go to DC to get the passport. Yeah, yeah, just why not? I mean, it depends if you can afford it. Passports are not really cheap, but you can get like a few months passport if you can't, I think. But yeah, I mean, we can order ours online. We don't have to go anywhere. We can just go online and renew it. Um, but yeah, I would say do it. Why not? I always say break out of the norm, do something different. Travel, go, experience. You're only here once. Go, 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 go. Exactly what I was trying to do is to get a passport, and it is an unnecessary pain in the ass just to get my original birth certificate. Took a year. Yeah, it can take time, but if you persist and that's what you want, make that your goal and make that your ultimate goal of what you're doing. Right, guys, I am going to literally call that it because I've been on now for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think I've earned a good day's pay. That'll bump the end of month money up a little. So don't forget what I'm offering, of the reason why I also made this live. is if you are on the join button, either one of them, when I do the weekly readings for the star signs, I'm going to be doing them live. So hopefully only you guys can see it when I'm doing it live. If you are awake and available when I'm doing it live and you come up in the chat, you can ask me a question every time you catch me live. So you can be like, Steve, I've got a burning desire question. I really want to know. You know, you don't have to wait for me to do these anymore and say you got to leave a super chat. If you're a part of the join button, you get a free question every time you catch me live. Right? Now, obviously, I doubt this, but if there was, say, 200 people all wanting a fucking question, I can only answer a couple of 3 or 4 at a time, but you'll just have to wait until the next reading, right? But I'll get through as many as I can. But you get a free question, and you're also supporting me. So it's just something else that you also get on top of the reading, because I think that when I do the live ones, they're more personal, because you can interact with me at the time I'm doing the reading and let me know whether it makes sense or not. And then I can look for other messages. So it make it more close and up close and, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? So anyway, hope you all have a great day. Thanks for putting up with listening to me babble on for ages. Don't forget that the vlogs are now going to be started because I've got the camera. And I'm going to be recording some stuff and whatnot. But anyway, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.